Okay, now this is huge. After an expected retracement, Bitcoin finds support on number one of the most bullish scenario. No, it is not the $7,400 level. It is not the neckline. What does that mean, and why is that the number one bullish scenario? A CME gap at $11,855 or about 12,000 could trigger a 47% Bitcoin rally. What does that mean? Is that true? And one of the leading indicators for Bitcoin in the market is up 10% today. What does that mean for Bitcoin? What does it mean for crypto? I guess it was not a waste to use all that oil on myself last night. Let's get into it. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to a very exciting episode, Friday, January 10th, 2020. Wow, you guys. 3 amazing things, all different, but all absolutely insanely bullish that I have to get into in this video. The current support that Bitcoin found overnight, absolutely huge. The potential for a massive rally on the CME charts, guys. This is absolutely something we have not seen in a very long time, but very, very awesome. And as well, one of the best leading indicators for Bitcoin's price is now doing something incredible. I cannot wait to get into data with you guys. So let's get ready. If you guys are new, we are still doing the giveaway for these ledgers. 2 winners this month. It's gonna be absolutely insane. All you have to do to enter is leave a comment below. And guys, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, ding that bell, and follow me on Twitter. Actually, we can actually start out with Twitter before we get into this absolutely mind-boggling technical analysis. Look at this. Jacob Canfield actually just responded, some gaps are known as breakaway gaps and don't have to be filled. And what my friend here is referring to is on the CME chart right here, guys. You see these little gaps that happen on the weekends because you can only do this on the weekends, okay? You see these gaps. Sometimes they don't have to be filled. So what he's also referencing is what we just saw, okay? So technically, a lot of people are saying this gap wasn't filled. We see the candle come down to about 76.95. And if we zoom in really closely here, it almost looks like it might have filled, but it's very possible that it actually didn't, okay? You can see that gap there still. However, what Jacob is saying and what this article is saying as well is that sometimes these gaps don't have to be killed and don't have to be filled. And there's a CMA gap at $11,855 for Bitcoin and how it could trigger a 47% rally. Absolutely astounding. We might get into that a little bit later into the episode, but guys, I have so much absolutely mind-numbing, juicy, fruity analysis for you guys to get into today. So guys, the main thing I'm super excited about with Bitcoin's price is this, guys. Okay, in the last video update that we made on January 8th, just 2 days ago on Wednesday, was that we had 2 pullback scenarios, and this is before it even pulled back. Actually, I think I made the video on Tuesday. So Wednesday it pulled back, and there were 2 key areas we looked at. We looked at the very typical inverse head and shoulders neckline, which would be right here, you guys. Very expected, a very very usual pullback right down to the 73. However, what we talked about as a more bullish scenario is this line right here. And this is the magic line right here, this pink line. If you guys have been following, you guys know that this has been the key to absolute domination right here. This has been the line of absolute happiness and joy right here. So look at this. We actually have this candle come down and actually wick right on this line right here, right about 76.82, which was our number one bullish scenario that we talked about in the last video. Actually, like the last few videos. We've been talking about it for a while now. And not only that, guys, well, I want to start off by saying as well, it's still possible that we could come down, okay? It's only been a few days since the breakout, and we've had 2 days of consolidation. Sometimes patterns do consolidate for longer periods of time, okay? So keep that in mind. It's still possible that we could go down to 73 and test the neckline there. However, this mixed with a combination of some other things that I want to throw into this, absolutely exciting stuff, you guys. So first of all, again, as you guys know, when we were tracking the pattern over the last few weeks, that absolutely broke out. Now talking about it, but when we were talking about that breakout, one thing we were saying is that was the most bullish scenario. And now, guys, here we have again in this setup, out of all scenarios, what we're saying is this again is the more bullish of the scenarios. Okay, for the long term, actually for the medium term, over the next month or 2. Typically though, this time of year is actually negative for Bitcoin from the past. So why this is so important is because the legacy trend line, okay, and I show you this pretty often, but look, it actually goes back even further than that. But just for the context of these charts, it's very critical. Going back to the beginning of 2019, so over 365 days, this line has been absolutely crucial. And it was crucial back in the formation of this inverse head and shoulders. There were some key areas. Okay, it was being tracked throughout all of this, and this was when the right shoulder, the left shoulder hadn't even been completed yet, okay? So it goes back pretty far. And we get a bounce there. So what does that mean? It confirms, as we talked about in the last video, it confirms that this momentum in these lines, this structure is trying to hold and it's solid. There's actual support there. Absolutely critical. As well, that is the very top of like some of these wicks of what the inverse head and shoulders is trying to get out. So again, very, very bullish for the midterm, okay? And look at this as well, guys. You see that this is the breakout. This was the price target, the objective right here. We met that, okay? We met that here. We didn't close there, but we met that and ended up consolidating for the next 2 days. And look where we're at right now. We're back in the middle of this box, okay? All of this stuff was drawn on here back like when we were around this price action, okay? So all of this is playing out absolutely perfectly, absolutely beautifully. And another reason I'm very bullish, okay? The main reason I'm incredibly bullish is because where we've so far found support. If we continue, even if we come back down over the next few days and do some tests and continuously bounce off this line, that is incredibly bullish, okay? If we start falling from this support, then we have to start talking about, okay, well, maybe we'll come back to the neckline. But again, the longer that the time goes on that we've been we've been broken out and haven't come back to touch this neckline, the less likely that would be support, because it'll be downsloping, as this was a downsloping neckline here. You can see it better here. This is the downsloping neckline. So if it came down, like within the next 2 days, it would be right around the 72.92 instead of like the 73.40 or 73.70 or 7400, okay? As well, you guys, look at this. The long's absolutely getting wrecked, absolutely coming down. Look at that, very interesting. And what I talked about as well, I want to talk a little bit about this before we get too into this, is that this Litecoin, okay, if we take a look on the coin market cap, Litecoin was up over 10% today. Now, why is that key? Guys, if you've been following this channel, something we've been saying for years now actually is that Litecoin is a leading, actually probably like 6 to 12 months, Litecoin is a leading indicator for Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is the leading indicator for the entire market. Okay, even Alicia Rastani did a video on Litecoin being the leading indicator for Bitcoin months ago. Absolute carnage, so chill, so freaking cool. Okay, now Litecoin is trying to break above some key levels. I see people throwing some patterns out there. Right here is a very interesting area, okay? If this continues, we might have to track this. Very interesting stuff, you guys. But the reason I'm very interested in this, by the way, for all the people leaving comments about like, do you still hold Litecoin? Do you still hold whatever? Yes, I still actually hold all of the cryptos that I've been holding. I used to make videos that would have like 20 different cryptos I was holding. Yes, I'm still holding all of those. Some very, very small amounts and some larger amounts. But yes, I don't have anything really against any coins. I'm not some guy who finds a reason to dislike coins for no reason, okay? I'm here to get the goodies, okay? That's what it boils down to. I'm here to get the goodies, okay? That's my strategy. Some people are here to do some things. I'm here to get the goodies. So guys, this is absolutely key, okay? So we see Litecoin break out of a key area. Again, that could be a very key indicator for what the market is going to do. And it should be very interesting to watch what Litecoin does over the next few days to see if it can actually break out, okay? And if this continues, we'll definitely track and see if we can identify some patterns. Okay, as for right now, I'm gonna see how this thing plays out because it could be a fake out. So we wanna wait and give it a few days and see what is happening there. But there could be some very, very exciting stuff happening with that, guys. So keep that in mind as well. And we do actually see some alts pumping today, okay? Look at this. We see some differences across the board. We see Bitcoin's dominance decreasing a little bit from its highs of a day or two ago. Now that's very interesting, guys. Now I wanna end the video on this, okay? I wanna end the video here. Now what I talked about in my video about the 2020 prediction, it was heavily based on Bitcoin retaining momentum along this trend line. Now look at this, guys. What's one thing you notice? At this point, we've already dipped below this line, and right now we're above it. So if we can find support here and continue to climb, I think it's absolute bull season, absolute mashed potatoes. It's going to be crazy time. Okay, absolutely ridiculous. Heck, I'll even eat some soup out of my socks if things continue the way that I hope they'll continue in the way that these charts are showing. Because right now, it's absolute bull mode. And you guys, I do want to get this off my big hairy man chest. It's this, you guys. A lot of people are saying about if, only if we break like 10,000, 11,000, or even like something like 14,000 that it's bull mode. I just want to say, yeah, of course it is, okay? By that time, it's already obvious that it's bull mode. But guys, what we're doing on this channel is finding the goodies, getting the goodies, but then also we're looking to see what the best case scenarios are for this market, and we try and do it early, okay? We're not trying to, it's not really exciting to say, we're going to break 14,000 when we're at like 13,800 or something like that, guys. We are taking the risk of being unique and taking the risk of being wrong. And that's the most important part, you guys. You guys know that I wear my heart on my chest. I wear my heart on my sleeve like a child who just spilled his chocolate milk and needs his mother to clean it up for him, guys. Wow. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for the great support. I read every single comment. You guys have been absolutely amazing. If you guys want to definitely enter for the ledger, all you have to do is leave a comment below, and I will see you in the next one.